Assalamualaikum and good morning. I'm from group CSC186 and I would like to present my slides about Friday prayer attendance to mosque during MCO. Our project manager is ILHAN IDRISS bin Abdul KADIR. Our database designer is AHMAD IMAN bin Muhammad NASIRUDIN. We have two programmer, it is me, KHAIRUNNISA KAMIL and Muhammad Aidil bin Sukor. During this pandemic season in Malaysia, many industries and places are going to shut down immediately because of COVID-19 virus. Some of places in Malaysia are going to have a new SOP because government are allowing people to do physical activity outside in order to keep their mental health at a good level. Mosque is one of the places that will be introduced a new SOP to follow. All mosques in Malaysia are allowed to open for Friday prayer only, including public mosques and university mosques. So UATM has allowed their students and staff to with 2 doses of vaccine to perform a Friday prayer at mosques in all UATM branches in Malaysia. However, students and staff who have not completed 2 doses of vaccine are not allowed to enter mosques. Our objective of creating this system is to make students and staff are free from COVID-19 virus. With a completed 2 doses of vaccination, the probability for students to get affected from COVID-19 are extremely low. To make an attendance system become more convenient, with our type of attendance system, most organizations can arrange praying lines easily based on the number of attenders. To know who the student who attend the prayer session, this is so that the system can be made to avoid students from being left out from attending prayer sessions. To determine whether the student received the first or second dose with a 40-day maturation period so that mosque is not subject to any action for violating SOP condition.
So today I would like to present about the problem. First, COVID-19 transmitted to people through talking, touching, and sneeze or cough. Also, it might be a problem for us as we know Muslim prayer have to close the gap between us, as it might become a problem and might worse to the COVID-19 disease. Also, if people come and go, it will be hard for detect people with symptoms of COVID-19 or maybe the close contact of COVID-19. If any cluster COVID-19 spread, we have to call out for people who've been the mosque before.
Okay, let's go to the coding section. Let's go to the Jemaah super class. So this is our super class. Actually, we are using protected in order to declare our variables. So here we have Jemaah ID, we have address, we have branch, attendance, and capacity. So we have our constructor accessor and the mutator. We have public integer get Jemaah ID, public string get address, and public string get branch. So in here we have if else statement in order to determine the branch that the Jemaah wants to go to the mosque until the public string to string. So this is our super class. Now let's move to the students class. Okay, so this is our students class. We are using private in order to declare our variables. So in here we have integer Jemaah ID, integer student ID, string student name, integer semester, and string vaccination status. So here's our constructor. We are relating these variables from our superclass, and same goes to the accessor. we are relating to the super class as well. And we go to the mutator. We have public integer get Jamaah ID, get student ID, and by the way, this Jamaah ID is relating to our superclass. That means the Jamaah ID that students have is determined the Jamaah information. So we have Jamaah ID, student name, get vaccination status, and determine vaccination status. So in here we have if else statement for the string to determine the vaccination status. If they press 1, that means they have received the 2 doses of vaccination. Otherwise, if they click 2, they haven't received vaccine doses yet until public string to string. So this is our students class. Now let's go to the staff class. Okay, this is our public class staff extends Jamaah. We are using private as well in order to declare our variables in this class. We have integer Jamaah ID, integer staff ID, string staff name, and string vaccination status. So here's our constructor and our accessor. We are using this one to relating to our superclass Jamaah as well as the accessor. And let's go to the mutator. We got get Jamaah ID, get staff ID, get staff name, get vaccination status, and yeah, we are using public string determine staff vaccination status to declare, to tell the vaccination doses that they have received. Just like the students, if they press 1, they are fully vaccinated, and if they press 2, they are not vaccinated yet until public string to string. So this is our staff class. Now we go to the main Jamaah. Main Jamaah is our main application in this coding. So let's get it started. We are using import java.io.file, java.io.io exception until java.text.decimal format. Okay, and we go to our main coding. So we are using array in this main application, and we are using if else statement in order to determine the status of the Jamaah, either they are allowed to go to the mosque or not. Okay, for example, for the number 3 here, the question asks, are you going to the mosque? If the user press 1, yes, I am going, and if they press 2, no, I can't. That means they don't want to go to the mosque to perform Salat Jumaat. Okay, and after that question, it can proceed to the if else statement, and if they press 1, it will appear the question, have you get 2 doses of vaccine? It either can be 1 or 2. If they press 1, the output will be they are allowed to enter the mosque. Otherwise, if they press 2, that means they haven't vaccinated yet. That means they are not allowed to enter to the mosque. So let's see how it goes. ID Jamaah, let's see, I press 1, 2, 3, home address, Jalan Nas. Okay, most information, select the most branch. Let's say I press 1, that means I'm in Jaitem Segamat. How many of you? It's just probably just me, 1. So are you going to the mosque? Yes, I'm going. Have you get your 2 doses of vaccine? Yes, I have completed my vaccination. And yeah, you are allowed to enter mosque. Okay, so that's all for the coding section. And next we go to the solution section. Thank you.
So here's the solution. It's easier to any people to get into the mosque if they use the system. By creating the system, mosque will have the data information of people who came to the mosque. It might help for Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia (KKM) to back up data if they receive positive COVID-19 patient from the mosque. It is become awareness to people who how rich the COVID-19 disease that we should take light about this matter. This system might save out time for people who get inside the mosque.
We have reached at the end of our presentation, and I would like to thank you for your time and attention for listening to our presentation, and I hope that our system will become a ways to help people to attend the Friday prayer attendance at the mosque. Thank you for your time.